Hey everyone, I hope you can all hear me. I decided to do an impromptu live this evening. Oh, my light just went out. Technical difficulties already. Hang on. That was random. All right. Okay, I'm not really expecting anyone to join me tonight. Hey, Rich. Hey, Roberto. Yeah, I thought I'd be brave today and do a live stream because we have family visiting us, and I just didn't think I'd have time to film a video. Well, I could be filming a video right now, but then I thought I'd have to edit, and it all just seemed a bit too much. I thought I'd rather be out to dinner in about an hour's time with family than than sitting here and editing videos. So so I thought I'd just jump on here. Hannah from CanadianBeauty.com jumped in a live stream today on Instagram, and it bolstered my bravery to do the same. I've never done a solo live stream before. Hey, Christina. My scent of the day, actually, I wore Woody Mood by Olfactive Studio today. And I haven't actually got anything on right now because I've just had a shower to go out for dinner shortly. So I haven't decided on my scent of the evening yet. So what are you guys wearing? Hey, JD. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know that I've given up on the August challenge that I had set myself. To limit myself to 6 perfumes for the month. I'm not sure I can't even remember if on that video I told people what it was that I was going to be wearing. So I had chosen Narciso Rodriguez, the Black Cube, the EDT, Chanel No. 5 Au Premiere, I think, Ormonde Woman, of course. And what were the other ones I had up there? I had Panthea Iris, and the last one was Sandalwood Temple, I think. You're doing your physio, Rich. Excellent. Good to hear. I haven't done any stretching or anything for about a week, and I feel like I can't move. Exactly. So I think I lasted 2 weeks on this stupid challenge that I'd set myself. It wasn't stupid. I mean, I did end up finishing the No. 5 Au Premiere bottle. I kind of knew that was going to happen, though. There was only a couple of wears left in that. So anyway, so I thought I would jump on here tonight and just go through some fragrances that I'm excited to wear over the coming weeks now that I have released myself from the shackles of a challenge to wear a limited perfume wardrobe. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever done anything like that. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but I'm not sure in actual fact that it was a good idea. So anyway, the scent of the day, as I said, was Woody Mood, and I think I might wear one of these for dinner this evening, although it's hard to know yet because we had a relatively warm day today. We're in the dead of winter here. Or actually, it's not really the dead of winter. We're coming into spring, and it's been pretty cold, and I'm actually wearing short sleeves at the moment. But I think that's going to change because already I can feel myself getting a bit cold. So I may end up changing my outfit or putting a jacket on or something, in which case I might wear something a little bit more evening-like. But for the moment, I don't know. I'm just going through a phase of really wanting to wear florals. So normally this time of year, I'm very much into, the strong ambery scents, but at the moment, I'm really gravitating towards florals and something a little bit more fresh. So I don't know how you guys are feeling about that, but I mean, in terms of what you're gravitating towards, I guess a lot of you are overseas. I know a lot of the people who watch me or subscribe to this channel tend to be in the US or Europe. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I guess you're all probably wearing fairly light, easy breezy scents at the moment. Anyway, so the first one is one that I actually posted about on Instagram today. So this is not a fresh floral, but this is Lost Alice by Masque Milano. And I just love the bottle because it's got the little smell me on it. This was actually sent to me from, why is that going out all the time? This was sent to me from Max Aroma, which I was a bit surprised they reached out to me actually, because I don't know, people don't usually send me stuff. So, and then they said, yeah, pick a Masque Milano that you'd like to try. So I did. And this was one that I'd sort of been interested about, but I didn't know if I was going to like it because it is a gourmand leaning fragrance. And a lot of people have described it. Oh, you're Aussie too, JD. Nice. Must be even warmer up in Darwin. I'm in Brisbane. So, so scent of the Lost Alice is a gourmand leaning sort of fragrance. It's got a carrot note in it. It's also got a lot of ambrette, so it's kind of musky, but I expected it to be a little bit more vegetal. And I already have a couple of fragrances that have that vegetal kind of vibe to them, so I wasn't, in a rush to try this. And then I heard someone describe it as smelling like carrot cake. And then I thought, no, I don't want to smell like carrot cake either because I don't really like cakey scents. So I decided that, so it took me ages to try it. And anyway, so it finally arrived a few weeks ago. And it turns out I actually really love it because I don't think it smells that cakey. It does smell a little bit like a baked good, but it's definitely gourmand leaning, but it's not heavy. It's not really thick, and I don't know. I find cakey kind of fragrances to be really a little bit cloying, and they make me feel ill after a while from wearing them because I feel like you get that sensation that you've eaten too much dessert and you start to feel a little bit sick. Roberto recently sampled Soleil de Jeddah. Oh yeah, I don't think did I try that one? I'm not sure if I've tried that one. Or maybe I did. It might have been part of the samples that I got. I did a video last year talking about a number of Stefan Humbert Lucas 777 fragrances. And I can't remember if Soleil de Jeddah was in there. I think it might have been actually. I'm not sure I got along with that one, actually. I thought I would, and then I tried it, and there was just something in it that didn't really work for me. So I ended up, but Panthea Iris, I really, really fell hard for, and I went crazy with it when I eventually did get around to buying a bottle. But actually, that was part of my my little recent August challenge, and I didn't find I was loving it that much. I just wasn't in the mood for it. It's so powdery. I thought it wasn't that powdery, but when I was trying to wear it recently, I kind of realized that actually it is quite powdery because I was finding it to be a little bit too stifling for me. I think just coming out of winter, I think this must happen to me every year, and I just forget every year, but I do get to the end of winter and I'm sort of sick of wearing the really heavy ones and I want to wear something a bit lighter. So anyway, so you liked that one. That's awesome. Did you try any others from the house, Roberto? I'd be keen to know if there was any others that you tried that you enjoyed. So yeah, this is what is this? It's a kind of a really soft, spicy gourmand fragrance, and it smells, like a cinnamon spiced baked good, and it's got some florals in there and some woody notes as well. I really, really quite enjoy this one. So I've been wearing it a lot well, I wore it a lot for the first couple of weeks when it arrived, and then I started that challenge, and then it sort of fell by the wayside. But I get to wear it again now, which is nice. What is next? Oh, the other one. So I did this interview with Linda Pilkington last week. Was it last week? Week before? I think it was the week before. And no, it was last week. I've totally lost track of time. And it's sort of in the preparation for it, I pulled out all of my Ormonde Jayne fragrances to test them all. And I had them all sitting there actually when I was talking to her, because I wasn't sure if we were going to get into talking about individual scents, but we didn't really. And then I started pulling. I reached out for this one, which is Sampaquita by Ormonde Jayne. This is probably my second favorite fragrance from the house. This Ormonde Woman is sort of the one that I like to wear when I'm feeling powerful or I want to feel confident, and I really feel like I need to be productive and in work mode. This one I can wear. I just love wearing it. I feel really feminine and pretty in this fragrance. I feel very clean in this fragrance. It's a white floral based fragrance. It's based off the Sampaquita flower, which is a form of jasmine, I believe. And it is really, really, I find it to be quite unique in terms of a jasmine or white floral fragrance. And it is just very fresh. It's quite zesty as well. I think there's a bit of citrus in there. And Ormonde Jayne do use a lot of aroma chemicals in their fragrances. And I think that gives them that this very airy sort of lift off your skin feel to them. So this was kind of the one that I wanted to wear, but I'd started that challenge already, and I thought, I can't wear it because, I've set this challenge for myself. But I also did say that I wasn't going to force myself to not wear things that I wanted to wear, and I wasn't going to force myself to wear the fragrances that I'd chosen for the challenge if I didn't feel like it, because the last thing I wanted was to make myself really sick of those fragrances, because a lot of them were my favorites. So that's one. This is one that I will be enjoying wearing. I did reach for this the other day. I wore it, was it yesterday, I think? So I have already worn it, and I really, really loved it. I felt so clean and fresh. When a lot of people are doing these, clean aesthetic type videos at the moment, and they're doing all these lists around sort of clean fragrances. And to me, this is one that I would put on that list, even though it's not really the same kind of fragrance that everyone's sort of talking about. They're all sort of talking about these sort of white, musky kind of scents, the clean laundry type of scents. But this is my clean girl scent. I feel very clean and fresh in this one. So that is Sampaquita by Ormonde Jayne. The other one, which was a wonderful surprise this year from Matt. He really went ham in the Hermes store this year, because he bought me Ombre Nagil for my birthday, which he'd already smelled that on me, because I had a decant of it that I'd been wearing a lot, and I was wearing it a lot after yoga, and I'd wear it home. And in wintertime, it was really, really lovely. Oh gosh, what's that? Anyway, he already kind of knew what that one smelled like, but he obviously smelled a few more when he was in the store. And this is one that we both kind of liked when we were sort of walking around the Hermes store. And this is Rose Amazone, or Amazone. I'm not sure how you say it. This is really, really beautiful. Now I have to try and describe it, because I don't even know what the notes are. I just remembered smelling it and thought it was gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So sorry, there's just a bit of spam coming into the feed, so I thought I would try and jump on that before it went nuts. So this is a really interesting, really fresh, sort of juicy floral scent, rose or peony. I'm not sure. I guess it's rose because obviously there's rose in the name, but that's not always an indicator. But it has that lovely Hermes suede sort of element to it as well. And it's just really fresh and sort of juicy and zesty. Rich. Yeah, I get it, mate. I get it. Sorry, I won't block them next time. Oh, Matt's trying to call me. Hang on. I got to ignore that. What's all happening? Okay, so yeah, so it's kind of a green, juicy, sort of fruity. I think there must be a fruit note in here. It smells like, I don't know. There's something sort of juicy in it, which I equate to being fruity. Maybe there's some grapefruit, but it sort of also smells a little bit berry-like to me. And then there's this beautiful suede on the base, and it's a little bit green as well. So it's just really lovely and fresh and juicy and floral. And I'm very grateful that he bought this. So he really went to town for my birthday this year. I don't think I mentioned this one for my birthday video because he didn't buy this for my birthday. He bought it later. So, but he surprised me with it the other day, which I'm very excited about. Anyway, so this one is really gorgeous. This will get a lot of wear, I think, particularly over the summer months, and it'll be a beautiful spring fragrance. And I haven't sort of given it a full wear yet, so it'll be interesting to see how it lasts because it is very fresh and light and zesty, but I really like it. So that is Rose Amazone. The other one, this is one that I've already been wearing a heap, and this is the one that I bought myself for my birthday this year. This is my only allowed purchase for the year, and that is, or full bottle purchase, that is. I have been buying samples and things, but this is Amouage Honour 43. I had planned on waiting until next year to get this, but I decided that I would get it now, just because it came up for sale. So I would never, I could not bring myself to pay full price for this one. It is an astronomical amount for, retail full price. But so I got it at half price, and even at half price, that's still a lot of money for a bottle of perfume. Don't get me wrong. But I fell in love with this one. So this one I tried when I went to a sniffy here in Queensland. So Mark Harris from what's his channel's name? Is it Aussie Fragrance? Aussie Fragrance, of course. And Carla, his wife, hosted a few people down at their house back in March, and somebody had a bottle of this, and I think it was only fairly recently released at that stage, or maybe it was last year it was released. I can't remember. And I tried it thinking that I wouldn't like it, actually, because I don't really like the original Honour. It doesn't sit well on me at all. It sort of goes the way that a lot of aquatic scents go on me, and it really, the original Honour woman smells like stagnant pond water on me. On other people it smells really nice, and out of the bottle it smells really nice, but on me it doesn't smell good at all, and it smells a little bit like toilet water. So I didn't expect to love this one. I didn't even expect to like it, but I tried it and I was really pleasantly surprised. And the person who had the bottle very graciously gave me a little decant of it, and I gave her some decants of the stuff that I had. And I savoured that little sample that I had for ages. And yeah, it's really beautiful. The thing I really like about this is it's an extrait. So it is strong, but it doesn't whack you in the face. It's still a very airy, slightly green, white floral fragrance. It's a bit creamy as well, but it's not cloying. It's not super loud. It lasts a really long time, but I don't think this projects a lot. So it sort of behaves the way I prefer my fragrances to behave, and that is to sit a little bit closer to me but still have, good longevity so that I can enjoy it for the whole day. And especially now, because I'm going back to work and I'm working back at the office a lot of the time. So I feel like this is a really great one. It's an easy to wear fragrance. People don't seem to get put off by it. They're not super offended by it. And it just smells really lovely. And again, I guess kind of a clean floral fragrance for me. So yeah, so that is another one that I will be reaching for quite a lot over the next few months, I would imagine. I expect I'm probably going to get a lot of wear out of it in the summer months. Have any of you guys tried the Honour 43, and did you have any thoughts? Let me know. Yeah, I agree, Rich. Actually, I think I should say Mitch. I don't know. You're both. I know you answered to both, but I feel like I really need to know which one I should call you by. But yeah, I wonder if I could get Matt to wear it. Actually, I wonder if I could coerce him into wearing Honour 43. We'll see. He has become a lot more adventurous lately, but I don't know if he's that adventurous. I don't know if I've tried that many of the newer ones. I think the most recent Amouage that I've tried was maybe Material and Meander, but I don't know if I've tried any others. But there's some new ones now, aren't they? I mean, I haven't, to be honest, I haven't really been keeping this no-buy year has really changed the way I monitor perfume releases. I'm sort of definitely behind the eight ball, I think. All right, so Mitch is rarer. There you go. So my nephew's name is Mitch. So I tend to want to, I think in the past I've tended to want to refer to you as Mitch, but people call you Rich, so I wasn't sure. I guess I might stick with Mitch then, just to be different, because I like to be contrary sometimes. Yeah, so I haven't tried that many others. Which ones did you have any in particular in mind, Mitch? When you think about ones that you weren't that much of a fan of from Amouage? There's a few. I mean, I have lots of Amouage fragrances now. I've sort of accumulated quite a few over the last 2 years, and now I'm not so sure. I think my cat is fighting with the neighbour's cat right now. He's probably tried to get in. Downstairs, we have 2 tenants that have apartments, and they both have cats. And so basically the wall behind me is an apartment, and then the wall over there is an apartment. And I think my cat has just started fighting with the neighbour's cat. Oh, well. They usually just yell at each other. They don't really fight that much. Anyway, so what was I talking about? I was talking about Amouage, but I think I'm pretty much done with that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I think I was saying that I don't know if I really love a lot of the ones that everybody else loves. I seem to be quite picky about the ones that I like. And the one that I really fell in love with late last year was the, I think it was Opus 3. I think it was a lilac one. Oh, the Black Iris. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I haven't tried them. Yeah. I'll have to, I should try. I don't think that I went into the perfumery the other week and I don't think that one was there. So anyway, I'll have to have a look at them. But I mean, I've got quite a few of them now, so I don't think I need to really buy any more Amouage unless there's one that really blows me away. But it's hard to blow me away these days. I'm very particular, which is good. I mean, it's good that this no buy thing has really changed the way I think about perfume and has slowed down my purchasing, because I used to rush into purchases a lot. I'd sniff something once and I'd think, oh, I really like that. I know I'm really going to love that. And now I'm not that much of a fan. I mean, I'm not that in a rush. Okay, there you go. I actually did try some of the Atars from Amouage, and there were a couple that I liked, but that price tag, man, there's no way I could do it. But you got a vintage one. I don't think I've tried that one. I don't even think I even knew about it. So there you go. Where do you go? Where do you find these little gems, Rich? Because you've got lots. You've got lots of little gems in your collection, vintagey things. So it's interesting to hear. I'm always curious to see where people get them from. I know overseas it might be a little bit, in a way, easier to get your hands on vintage stuff because there's a lot more people, and you don't have the international shipping issues that we have. Anyway, so the other one that I have been really enjoying, I have a little decant here of Amarige by Givenchy. And I remember trying it the first time and not being sure whether or not it was something. I think I knew it was something that I liked, but I just wasn't sure if I could wear it. It has it's a white and yellow floral, I believe. It smells like I smell like I'm getting a lot of ylang ylang, actually. And I don't know, it has that really sort of old-fashioned floral, soapy kind of opening. And then it's quite fresh actually in the opening, and it's so loud when you first spray it. And I remember the first time I sprayed it on skin, I wasn't sure, really. I wasn't sure if I could get away with it. It does smell a little bit dated, but at the same time, it's just that opening. And then as it dries down, it just turns into this beautiful, creamy, white and yellow floral fragrance. And yeah, I really love it. It's more floral than anything else, definitely. I don't feel like I get any fruits or anything like that. In fact, I don't even know what the notes are. I probably should have a look. Oh, right. Okay. I might have to check out Enchant and see. I found out today that this is totally off topic, but it was just the last thing I Googled. But I found out today that Sean Connery had died 2 years ago. Okay, the dog's going off her nut. That might be Matt coming home, possibly. what was I going to look up? I was going to look up Amarige, wasn't I? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. This is why I always do pre-recorded videos, because I get so distracted so easily. Enchant. Okay. I don't think I know what this store is. I'm going to have to look it up. And I just need to let Matt know that I'm on a live stream. Otherwise, he'll probably just come down here. So yeah, I've never heard of. Yeah, exactly, Rich. Yeah, they do. They team up. They're a good team. Yeah, here she comes. Sorry, there's probably going to be a distraction here. That's all right. You've all seen Matt in a couple of the videos anyway. Hey, I'm just on a live stream. I'll be back up shortly.
Look, what are you wearing?
I know, I'm wearing a dress.
See live.
I'm live. Okay. I'm distracted. Sorry, I was looking up Amarige. That's right. And I don't know. I just know that it's a white and yellow floral, but I'd never really paid much attention to it. But it's a lot of people have been talking about it lately. The best iris for you, Roberto. Well, I don't know. What kind of iris do you like? Do you like woody iris or waxy iris or powdery iris? I have a few of all of them, I think. Hey, Sam. Nice to see you. I'm doing an impromptu, well, you would have read the description probably. I'm doing an impromptu live stream because I didn't have a video prepared today and we have family staying with us. So I thought I can't dedicate a day to editing a video after I filmed a video. So I've decided to live stream instead. And I've just been talking about, I'm just looking up the notes for Amarige. I don't have a bottle, I only have a decant by Givenchy, which I only discovered recently, but because everyone's been talking about it all of a sudden, it's suddenly getting a little bit of hype. And oh, it is quite, it does have fruity notes in it. Okay, interesting. Already that card has dried down so beautifully. I can smell it from here. It's gorgeous. Yeah, so I was totally wrong. It's got lots of fruity notes in it. Red berries, peach and plum, mandarin. Wow. Black currant. Really all I get is the floral notes. And then I sort of get these musky woods in the base. That's generally what I get from it. But it does have that sort of that old school vibe. No, it's not super vintagey. It doesn't smell like a vintage ambery scent. And it's not aldehydic. So it really is just, it's quite spectacular. I can see why people really love this one. Oh, actually, I can also see why people don't love this one. Oh, yeah, nice one. Nice one, Mitch. Yeah, the Hermes by Hermes is actually, yeah, it's quite nice. I don't own that one. The other iris that I've just recently acquired a bottle of through PR is La Tessa. That also came from Max Aroma. I haven't spoken about it yet. I'm still kind of getting to know it. But that is really lovely and totally unisex. It doesn't smell like makeup to me. I think some people have said it does smell a bit like makeup. Hey, Natalia. But I don't get the real makeup-y vibe from La Tessa by Mask Milano. That is more, to me, is, well, actually, it's interesting because there was one day where I wore it and I thought that it smelled quite floral. without having that waxy, powdery sort of base or denseness to it that a lot of iris fragrances seem to have. And then another time that I wore it, and I wrote down all these notes for it. And I remember the first time I was saying, oh, it's very floral. It reminds me of a very floral. But then I think I tried it. I spritzed it on yesterday. And yesterday I was getting, it smelled more woody. So anyway, maybe it changed. I mean, yeah, different days, different skin, different temperatures, different things that you get from them. But yeah, that is a beautiful iris fragrance, and I think that's totally unisex. I did mention earlier that Panthea iris, I love Panthea iris, but recently I've been struggling to wear it, I think because it is actually a lot more powdery than I had originally thought or originally believed it was. But I think I'm just getting over the really strong, powdery, dense fragrances as we're coming out of winter now. So okay. Oh, nice. Excellent. I'm glad that you're joining me in the joy of Amarige. Am I even saying that correctly? I don't even know, but it is. It's really good. I think I'm going to save my little decant for spring, which is still a few weeks away. So we just had a really beautiful spring-like day today, but I'm quite keen to get into the spring fragrances now. I think because I can see it's going to get cold again in a few days' time, but I'm really over the big winter bold fragrances. Hey Lizzie, nice to see you. Yeah, I didn't prepare a video this week, so I thought I would do a live stream. I've decided to confront my fears of doing a solo live stream, and I've managed to babble on for almost 40 minutes now, so without too much awkward silence. Just a few cat fights and dogs running in and all sorts of things. Oh, I took Poppy to the park today, and this other dog was really sniffing around her. He wouldn't leave her alone. And then I realized I think she might be on heat. Her first one. So actually it's not her first one. I think it's her second, but her first was a silent heat. We barely even noticed anything. And the vet just said she must have had one, but you guys just didn't notice. And visualers apparently keep themselves very clean. Yeah, I got back from the park today, and then literally an hour later, I saw a couple of drops of blood on the floor. So I was like, oh gosh, she's going to have to stay home. Poor thing. Anyway, totally off topic. That's not perfume talk, but the reason I raised it is because I don't know how I'm going to get anything done for the next few weeks, because if she can't go out and go to the park and run around like a lunatic, she is going to be insufferable to live with. And I definitely won't be doing any live streams because she just will not leave me alone. Okay. Hi, Jayne. I don't know if I've said your name correctly. And Valente, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I agree, Chris. It definitely is a flower bomb for sure. But I feel like it gets sort of woody elements in it as well in the dry down. It's not there yet. Poppy's got a boyfriend. Yeah, well, not quite. She's got a suitor, perhaps, or an admirer. All right. So to catch anyone up who's just joined, basically I've just been talking about, so I have revealed that I am not sticking to my August perfume challenge. I had set myself a challenge to only limit myself to 6 fragrances for the rest of the August. And I failed miserably. I got to 2 weeks and I was bored. So, and I was eyeing off, you know, all these other perfumes in my wardrobe, and I thought, I can't do it. I can't stick to this. And I didn't want to force myself to stick to that and then make myself bored of the fragrances that I had. So I've just been talking about a few fragrances, and I've still got one more to go. But the ones that I have talked about already are Mask Milano Lost Alice, which I posted about on Instagram today. This was sent to me in PR, and really, really interesting fragrance, and not at all how I had imagined it would smell. Not at all how I imagined it would smell before I heard the reviews, and not at all how I imagined it would smell after I heard the reviews, because the people talking about it and saying that it smelled like carrot cake really turned me off wanting to even try it. But it doesn't smell like carrot cake to me. But it does smell pastry-like. It does smell a little bit gourmand, but it's not as cloying and super sweet as I had anticipated. The other one that I've spoken about this evening is Sampaquita, which I wore yesterday, and I love this. It's my clean girl fragrance, I think. It always makes me feel clean and fresh. I also spoke about Rose Amazon by Hermes, which was a gift from Matt this year, which I'm absolutely loving. So he bought me a bottle of Ombre Narguil for my birthday, and he obviously smelled some other things in the store while he was there. So that's not a birthday gift, but that's just something that he picked up because he liked it. And that's a really sort of juicy green rose scent with a really soft, very clean smelling suede base, that beautiful Hermes suede that you get, or leather, I should say. Maybe it's not suede, it's more leather. And then Amouage Honour 43, which is the birthday bottle that I bought myself. So this is a really lovely sort of green, fresh tuberose, and it gets very creamy, and I just love, love, love it. It's gorgeous. What else? I think that's it. And then the Amarige by Givenchy. So next up this is one that I'm going to bring back out again. This is Dior Amour by Christian Dior, the Maison Christian Dior. This is so nice. This is also another iris dominant fragrance, Roberto, if you're still here. This is slightly powdery. It's very cold though. It's to me, this is quite a cold iris, and it gives me, if I think about the imagery that I get from it, I feel like I get blue, the color blue from it, not a dark blue, just sort of a pastel-y blue. Oh yeah, it's interesting, Lizzie, because it really has changed. I mean, I don't even really think about the fact that I can't buy perfume anymore. You know, I smell things. There is one that I'm going to talk about in a couple of minutes that I have been sampling recently, and I really, really love it. And when I actually sampled it for the first time on my birthday, I think, because on my birthday I went into the perfumery, and I tried this perfume and I really liked it, but I was okay, and then I took it home. I took a sample home, and then I sampled it at home, and I really fell in love with it. I ripped through the sample, and the next time I ordered some soap from the perfumery, and I deliberately ordered special soap when we ran out of soap, because I wanted to make an order from the perfumery because I knew they would give me some samples. And they let you pick some of the samples, and so I had picked to get another sample of this one that I had sampled and really liked. And then I was sort of going, oh, I really want to buy it. But it only lasted maybe a day or two, and then I was just happy wearing my sample. And I don't know, I think I really just had to dedicate myself to the task of not buying, because I've tried the low buy. That failed dismally, because I kept making up excuses to work around it. And then, Yeah, I think, but I got to a point where I was feeling quite overwhelmed by how many bottles I had. And I think part of that was the move that we did when we moved house last year, because it was so much effort to pack them all up and to unpack them. And I still don't really have a proper home for them. And it just feels like clutter because they don't really have a home at the moment. And they're all stuffed away in drawers. And I forget what's there, and so I don't wear the stuff anyway. Anyway, so I'm on a rant, but where I was going with that, where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. So the one thing I hadn't really thought about or considered when I set up my rules for my no-buy was whether or not I would accept PR, because prior to that, I hadn't really been sent any PR. No one had ever bothered, I wasn't on anyone's radar. And I'm not like getting flooded with offers to be sent perfume by all means, but it really was quite, I really had to stop and think about whether or not I wanted to accept these bottles from Max Aroma that they sent me a few weeks ago. But I felt okay about it because I know that I don't have that burning drive to make a purchase now. Even when I find something that I like, I don't feel like I just have to have it. I can really easily talk myself down from the ledge. So I feel like my mindset has changed enough now that I can accept the odd thing here and there without it causing me to slip back into wanting to, just go shopping and buy a bunch of perfumes. I will say though that even on my birthday, when I bought this bottle of Honour 43 in the Facebook groups, I started looking at what everything else that was going on in the Facebook groups. And, I was thinking, oh, maybe I can allow myself another bottle for my birthday, and then I thought, no, one is the limit. But there was, even then, there was a little bit of I sort of want to buy more but I realized that I wasn't wanting to buy more because I, really desperately wanted a particular perfume. I wanted to buy more because I enjoy the act of buying new perfume, but it's not necessarily because I really, really want the perfume. Anyway, I've been on a ramble and I'm behind on the comments. So you did a declutter of your Lost Alice. You didn't think it was like carrot. So I agree. I don't think it's like carrot, more like wet dough. Yeah, it does have a sort of a pastry. Yeah, it is a bit biscuity, I think. Maybe biscuity is how I would describe it more than cakey. Oh, you found it. Yeah, because it is quite heavy on the iris in the opening. You're right. Yes, I was surprised because I got Latessa and Lost Alice at the same time. And I remembered thinking that Latessa was going to be the iris in Latessa smells so different, I think, from the iris that you get in the opening of Lost Alice. So have you tried Latessa? I'd be curious to know what you think about that one. Or do you not like iris? Are you not an iris fan? Because if that's the reason you got rid of Lost Alice, then you probably wouldn't want to try Latessa anyway. I don't know what. I think I've lost something in the comments, or if I don't. That might be. Sorry, Rich. That might be part of somebody else. Your conversation with somebody else. Oh, sorry. I'm just randomly picking on comments here. Hey, Esther. Nice to see you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm stumbling through a live stream. We'll see how we go. Okay, just catching up on the conversation. Sorry. Give me a moment. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's really sweet. That's really sweet. Oh, you're in August. So my birthday is in July, actually, but I also put myself on a challenge in August. So that's what I've kind of been talking between the challenge and my no-buy. But Oh, has it been right? Discontinued. There's been a few discontinuations recently, actually. It does kind of. Is Paprika Brazil still available? I don't even know what that is, Mitch. What is it? Am I missing something? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Lizzie, Iris still hit and miss. Interesting. Okay, so I tried Iris for the other day, or sorry, not the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and I wouldn't say I didn't like it, but I only had like a tiny sample and I spritzed it on the back of my hand, and I haven't really paid that much attention to it. But I do recall spritzing it on and thinking, okay, that's kind of weird. And I don't know. I can't remember what I thought about it. Maybe I wrote some notes in my Airtable. Hang on, let's do an impromptu Airtable update. Did I write notes for it? Hold, please. Talk amongst yourselves. Perfume tracker. Now, how do I know I saw it in here, but I don't know if I wrote any notes down. But I do remember thinking it didn't smell how I expected it to smell, which is probably why you really love it. And that doesn't mean it's bad, and it doesn't even mean that I don't like it. It just means that it was a surprise to me. It sort of surprised me a bit. Okay. I said iris, spicy, woody, and I thought the woody notes were quite sharp, and that it seemed peppery. And that I thought it had an amber accord in it as well. And then it got quite powdery. Maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it, because at the moment I've been not enjoying powdery fragrances. And I tried Panthea Iris this week because I've been on this challenge and Panthea Iris was one of the scents that was part of the challenge. And for all of my raving about it and saying that I could wear it every day, it turns out I can't wear it every day because I'm just not in powdery perfume mode at the moment. Andreas, so good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, I know it's a weird time for people overseas. It's even a weird time here. It's Saturday night here, so most people who have a life would be out doing things, but not me. Yeah, so Iris Fauve I'll have to wear again later, I think, when it's a bit cooler. Well, maybe that's the spicy woody parts, of it that made it smell like that, Lizzie. Yeah. Okay, I can see that it will grow on me, but I think I just need I need to try it in a different month. Oh, hang on, my leg's going to sleep because I've been sitting in a weird position. All right. So did I talk about Dior Amour? I can't remember if I did or not. I think I mentioned it. Anyway, I've talked about this a lot in previous videos anyway, but I've just really been wanting to wear this. And I think I only took it out of my little perfume cabinet upstairs. You know how I did that video a couple of months ago? Might have been further back than that, where I'd sort of restocked this little perfume cabinet upstairs because all my perfumes live down here. Anyway, I took this out then, and now I really, really want to wear it again. In fact, maybe I'll wear it tonight, because if I wear this dress, depends on how cold it is upstairs or outside when we go out for dinner, but I might wear it because I think it matches my dress. Because it is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of pinky, the juice. It's weird how we choose our fragrances. All right, so last one, and this has gone onto my wish. This has gone onto my wish list for next year, my to buy list next year. I'm definitely, well, I say definitely, but if I get enough samples between now and then, I may actually wear myself out of it before I get to buy it. But this is Precious Forest by Kiko Macheri. I don't know if I've said that right. And Sam, if you're still here, I don't know if you're still here, but I think you got me onto this brand because you mentioned her fragrances in a couple of videos. I don't know when. And that kind of made me go, oh, okay, I haven't heard of that one. And then they popped up in our local perfumery. And I went, okay, well, I know Sam has at least a bottle from this house. I can't remember which one you have though, but this is really interesting. But if you look it up on Fragrantica, I think they've got the notes wrong. I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure I actually looked it up on the Kiko Macheri website, and I don't think the notes aligned. I think maybe on Fragrantica in the description bit, they talk about the notes. But if you just go to the note listing, all it sort of says is like, I think sandalwood and tonka or something. And I'm just like, and caramel. And I was like, no, that's not what I get from this at all. I do get some of those notes, but it's not like that. That's not all it is. So this is a really interesting fragrance. It has this dark green element, and here we go again, Lizzie. I'm going to say dark green, and you're going to go, well, I don't like that. But it's called Precious Forest, and it does have a foresty sort of element to it, like a damp. How do I say this without it sounding really gross? But it smells kind of the green tones in it sort of smell a little bit like a damp forest. You got this dark green sort of element to it, and there is galbanum in here, so that's where the green. Because when I looked at the notes on Fragrantica, I was thinking, this doesn't make any sense because I'm definitely getting something green in here, and there was no green notes listed. And I had to go digging to find the listing for galbanum that's in here. And I think there's patchouli in here, which I picked up on the patchouli. But there's sort of the imagery I get when I wear this is, a sort of a slightly damp, but not damp as in, really dank and depressing. It's just sort of, morning mist kind of forest, magical kind of foresty vibes. And you've got a little bit of brown tones in there as well. And I think that's kind of like the woody notes and the tonka. And, the brown mossy element. That's the imagery that I get when I wear this. But the texture of this fragrance is so beautiful. It's got iris in it too, I think, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've looked at the notes. But it's so velvety. It's like green velvet. That's what it makes me think of in terms of texture. It is so pretty, and it's quite dense. I don't think I'd be able to wear it anytime. It's not an everyday fragrance, but oh man, this smells really beautiful. And so this has gone to the top of my wish list for next year. I don't know why I'm holding this up, because that's the perfumery card. It's not the perfume. And so, that's the other one that I'll probably be wearing. I managed to score another sample of it on the weekend because I went to the perfumery and I bought a face cream. Oh, yeah, I tried the Santa Maria Novella face and neck cream, and oh my goodness, that stuff is amazing. I had the driest skin a couple of weeks ago, and I was putting every moisturizer I could find in my bathroom cabinet to try and fix my skin because I was so dry. And I found a sample of that face and neck cream, and I thought, oh, I'll give that a go. I've tried everything else and it's not working, and that stuff is amazing. But if you don't like the smell of gardenia, then you probably just be warned. That's pretty much what it smells like, and it's a very pervasive gardenia smell, and it sticks around. You know how like when you put scented creams on your body, sometimes it fades away? Yeah, that one doesn't, but it rescued my skin, something chronic. So I went and bought a tube of it on the weekend, and then I ran into some people who follow me on Instagram and stuff, and they were like, oh, you want to know buy? I was like, I didn't buy perfume. but I did get samples. The things you do to do the workaround, see, I'm not buying perfume, but I'm working my way. I've found out how to get samples at least. All right, so I'm rambling and I'm behind on the comments, so I apologize. Have any of you tried this? I'd be really keen to know if any of you have tried Precious Forest by Kiko Materi or anything else from Kiko Materi. I did try a few other things that were in the store. They don't have the full range. There's a lot of perfumes from this house. They have a lot of perfumes in their line, but nothing else really grabbed me, but this one is fantastic. It's so interesting. Okay. Maybe you're ready for dark green. Well, you do like Ormonde Woman, so it's yeah, green velvet. Yep. And every time I say that, I think of that song Blue Velvet. Do you know that? I don't know if anyone knows that song. I only know that song because a few years ago I started watching a really bad soap drama, Spanish soap opera, I think it was. It's called Velvet, and it was on Netflix. And it was the most over-the-top dramatic sort of, drama that you could possibly think of. And it was kind of cringy in a way, but I just got sucked in. I really loved it. And they sang this at one point in one of the episodes. They sang this song Blue Velvet, and then I realized that it was actually it was in the charts back in the 50s or something. Anyway, but every time I say, or every time I think of, as I've been sort of over the last few weeks writing notes on this, and I write Green Velvet, I get that song, the Blue Velvet song, stuck in my head. But anyway, moving on. Yes, I agree, John. Definitely. And hello, by the way. If I missed you coming in. Oh, yeah, you did come in back there. Okay, sorry, I missed you entering the chat, but thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm normally a green fragrance person, but I think I do own quite a few green fragrances, although I do like Chanel No. 19, so maybe I do like green fragrance. But I do like those dark foresty sort of perfumes. They're really, really lovely. They're kind of moody, I guess. Iris D'Argent, I don't think they had that one. I think if they had that, I would have definitely tried it. But no, they didn't have that. I do have another one, Lontaine something from Kiko Materi, and that's also quite nice, but totally complete departure from this. It's more of a beachy floral, white and yellow floral type thing, which is really lovely. Hey, Elena. Yeah, I thought I would be brave and jump on a live stream instead of pre-filming a video, because we have visitors this weekend, so I didn't think I could dedicate the time to editing video for the rest of the weekend. Right. Well, actually, I think I've been rambling on for an hour. And as Matt and his dad have come home, I'm assuming they're hungry and that we are going to be going out for dinner very shortly. So I think I'm going to pick a scent. I think I'm going to actually wear Amarige by Givenchy to dinner tonight. I better spray it now because if I'm going to wear it, I need to get past that opening before we go to a restaurant. 1996 by Byredo. I don't know if I've tried that one, actually, and yet it's supposed to be a vanilla. Hey, look, I think it was Sun-Dazed. What's the sun that came out a couple of years ago, one of the newer Byredos? Is it Sun-Dazed? And that was meant to be a vanilla, but I really didn't like that. There was something about that I did not enjoy one bit. So, yeah, the Byredo ones can go... sometimes they're a bit like Le Labo. They sort of go in a weird direction that you don't expect. But yeah, I think my scent of the night is going to be Amarige by Givenchy. because I've sprayed it on a card and that's all I can smell here right now. And it is delicious, more delightful. I shouldn't say delicious. I was looking at Lost Alice when I said delicious, but all right. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there. I know you all have your days to get to, so thanks for joining me. It was actually, I didn't really give a lot of forward announcement to the live stream because I couldn't decide whether I wanted more people to be on here or less. But it turns out I had just the right amount. So thank you all for joining me. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next week, probably in a normal video. Thanks. See ya.